morning, everyone. Today we're going to kick off with the webinar series. We have realized at Mind, on top of the financial support that we are giving to the scholars, the core of this program is to equip our future leader with fundamental skills in order for you, when you become in position of power, you know how to leverage on your abilities and skills. We want the Mind scholars to be the one driving the economy of Africa tomorrow. And with this platform, we have created a network from leaders from Malawi, from Ghana, Nigeria to come into interaction. And tomorrow, when you're in position of power, you know your worth and you know your value on the market.
Scholars, Mind scholars. Unfortunately, you have during this week, this training, which I was told it starts with the mindset, emotional intelligence, which really, brings up to the surface your awareness of who you are. And I want you really to take this as a building block of what we at Mind, we expect to have a young generation of leaders who are going to be self-aware of being an African, and not only to be self-aware, but to use that, not to allow anyone to make decisions on our behalf. What the continent is all about. And you spend the time in another African country to give you exactly a better awareness of what Africa means. Not only you are told, but what you live during 1 or 2 years. The choice we made is exactly to strengthen this sense of self-awareness. And the second, it is to say Africa, to the best of your ability. All those things we talked about, these are things which have to be transformed. If we are not going to say to change, but to transform. So I look forward for another opportunity where we can continue our conversations. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best up to the end of your week of training. Thank you so much.
Okay, folks, today we are going to get straight into it. Today we are dealing with emotional intelligence. It is a subject that has been highly interrogated for many years and to some degree has actually been overplayed, but I think it's a very fundamental skill. So today I want to take you through the emotional intelligence components and then we will have a few discussions. This is now, let's bring it to Africa. This is President Masisi from Botswana. I didn't really know much about President Masisi until I saw this video. And this for me was just a great indication of what a good leader he is. Check this out.
Proving common sense means in managing the human-elephant conflict, which wouldn't cause harm to the elephant. Killing the man is not the answer. Killing the elephant is not the answer. How can you say you care about your wildlife in your country when you are doing this? This is not the answer.
And I will talk to her and invite her to Botswana to come and see what we've done because we care.
And I thought it was quite interesting that he actually gave her the time and space to really, share and express herself. And that's one of the things about emotional intelligence we're going to learn is the idea of self-expression. And then he gives that feedback. The reason I played this is not necessarily because of his response, but it's more because Nelson Mandela, very much like Obama and even Masisi, takes the time to allow someone to express their view, respects them in that moment. One of the things that you have to be very careful about in a leadership role is ensuring that you exhaust all means to develop people so that they are clear about the mission of the organization. So you've got to exhaust all means, making sure that people understand the values of the organization. Again, who are you? I will say, well, I'm a black man. I am 5'8" and I weigh 75 kilograms. And then you will say, who are you? well, I'm an international speaker, I am an author, I run a company called Twice Blue. And you will say, who are you? So this thing must continue until that person's 2 minutes are up. And the idea here is to develop self-awareness.
So we're supposed to meet physically. It's also an opportunity for the scholar to network among yourself. So please take the time to ask others where they are based, what they are doing, and if you can create something. It's also part of the emotional decision that you are making, the decision making. Talking about courageous conversation, and the reason why I've asked the question to Dr. Alex from top to bottom, it's leadership doesn't mean that you are always on top. So at your level, be assertive, be respectful, empathic, but always speak what you think you believe it's the right things to do at the time.
So you would have noticed when the lady walked in, the conversation started out very friendly because he asked about family, and then it took a turn when he started asking about her performance, and her emotional state changed quite quickly. She got very upset towards the end. If you were the manager, how were you going to manage someone getting very upset or changing in their emotions because they were trying to defend their position? How would you have handled that?
I think I would retract first, and that's, I think, the point. I'll actually inquire if she needs some help, because you can see it triggered a lot of emotions in her, and you as a manager, just find out at that moment. Of course, let her talk, but ask her, is there anything we can help you to deliver better? Offer to help as the supervisor.
The manager really lacked specifics of his accusation, and so he wasn't really prepared in the way he delivered, like you said, Jacob. And then also the generalization was not really good. It came off like she's being attacked, and indeed she felt like she was being attacked, and from there on there couldn't be really nothing productive after that.
It's people just trying to make that point and hoping that one of those points will stick. He didn't achieve the objective, which was to address the task that was not performed, and he referred to the job. The lady is doing a job, but it's a task that was not performed, and he should have focused on it.
But critical thinking skills are not restricted to a particular subject area. So what is the importance of time management? There are two critical things around this. Urgent tasks demand your immediate attention, but whether you actually give them that attention may or may not matter. And then there are important tasks. Important tasks matter, and not doing them may have serious consequences for you or for others.
This thing, you need it for the rest of your careers. I wish I had it. I think it's a great thing. I believe it's going to try. If we take it serious and we practice, now at least you're going to teach us how to develop it. So I wish I got this when I was young, but I think it's still on time for me to exercise this in my career, because it's quite useful as a leader. You need it so much.
I'm hoping that all of you are going to finish this program thinking of yourselves as Africans rather than attaching your identity to a particular country. In other words, come out of it saying, I'm African rather than I'm Zimbabwean, Cameroonian, Ugandan, whatever the case may be. And they will try and bring back to at the end why this is important. So we need more Africans to become like the leaders who led us during the fight for independence, who were Pan-Africanists. We need more people to look at our continent as their home rather than their specific countries as their home. So that's point number one. Performance gives you credibility, gives you leverage, and gives you confidence in self. So those are my 5 points, which if you can remember, please keep at front of mind. Yeah? African networks, career management, economic integration, in other words, an economy of scale. Your numbers, please use them. Our institutions are based on democracy, on the issue of numbers. So if you are superior in numbers, make those numbers count. Choose the correct leaders. Use your numbers to achieve that. And then, both to manage your careers, but also to give you the confidence and leverage. Do everything you do. If it's worth doing, do it well. Thank you very much, and good luck as you start out into your life, because you are really at the beginning. Thank you, Karin.
Thank you, Dr. Moyo. Thank you to all scholars.